What's going on, guys? So let's talk about this interview that Squirrel Girl did with roadside assistance Nick. I'm not sure that I believe that it's really Nick. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know if she saw him with her own eyes on the video chat, if she contacted him through his personal Facebook page, if that Facebook page is actually legitimate. Was it on the phone? Was it through text messaging? How she got in touch with him? I'm not sure that it was actually him. I haven't seen anything else from him, so it seems weird that he would reach out to a 6,000 subscriber YouTuber rather than going to a bigger YouTuber who can platform his story to more people if what he says is true. One thing that he said is that he wanted to contact the mother and father to give them the information that he had. Well, he's a local. Not like people don't know where they are or how to get in touch with that family, correct? So he should be able to get in touch with them because he's right there. So that makes no sense. Then his story changed. He wasn't sure that it was Kylie. He just knows that it was a battery call. They fit the description. He described a guy that looked like Jagger. You know, there were little details that were off and on, but it could have been just his description. But he described a guy who very clearly could have been Jagger. And now, he didn't positively identify the male, but he identified the hat, which is a very popular hat. But he's 100% sure he saw Kylie. 100% sure he saw Kylie. That's a very different thing than what he said on the AWP interview. I don't know what they have that they didn't release. What they did release was him not being sure. So his story has changed there. And then his little conspiracy theory with the video and his bosses at work having the video, then suddenly not having the video and don't know what he's talking about and telling him he wasn't there. But him saying, oh, I know I was there because of the GPS on my phone. When in the AWP video, he didn't know what day it was. He wasn't sure. The only reason that he thought it was Saturday is because it was his girlfriend's dad's birthday and he had called her when he left the scene and she told him it was Saturday. She verified it as Saturday. He wasn't sure. Now suddenly he's got the GPS on his phone. But he hasn't posted that information. He hasn't come forward with that information with anybody else but this one YouTuber with 6,000 subs. Now, I'm not saying that Squirrel Girl didn't verify. I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did some work to verify this, seeing that she said that she sent another YouTuber out to go verify the truck numbers and the cameras on the trucks. But let's talk about the cameras on the trucks real quick. Just because those trucks, those company trucks, have cameras on them does not mean that they're recording all the time. Those cameras usually, normally, on any company truck that I've ever had, it's probably one of those cameras that records if you have an accident. It'll record for the 30 seconds before the accident, 30 seconds after the accident. But otherwise, that footage isn't saved somewhere just piling up on servers forever. Because, I mean, imagine how much data that would be just storing into a cloud constant video from multiple cameras on each truck. So if it's 2 weeks later that he finally asked for that video footage, there's a very real possibility that even if his story is 100% true, that video just doesn't exist at that point. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not calling him a liar. I'm not saying anything of the sort. I'm just saying there's a very good possibility that those cameras don't just record all the time, willy-nilly, or every interaction. Maybe he knows different, but I haven't heard that. Now, the fact that his story doesn't line up with the story that he told to AWP that we saw and the things that AWP said he said, then it kind of calls into question, is he legitimate in the first place? Was he just looking for spotlight? Is he a good source of information? Is he credible? We don't know. We don't know anything about this guy. A lot of people did research. A lot of things came out. He was a private investigator. Some people say he might have worked with Doug at a different time. There's so much in between there that calls his testimony into question. And when it doesn't add up, it doesn't add up. So I would love to know how she verified this. I would love to talk to him myself if that's ever possible. But if I talk to him, I'm going to need to sit in StreamYard and look at him while I talk to him. Because otherwise, I'm not going to believe that it's him. There's way too much going around in this case. There's way too much deception. There's way too much just all around. And I would want to talk to him, but I would want to know that it's him I'm talking to. And maybe that's how Squirrel Girl did it too. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm just asking the questions, right? It just makes no sense. Anyway, guys, this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like the video if you made it this far. Subscribe to the channel to see more. Turn on notifications so you get notified when I actually post a video. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.